Hello, I'm Jenny. I'm founder and lead researcher of the Resilience Dynamic. We're a strong community of practice built on years of research that offers specialist coaching, training, and data in the field of complexity. Our work helps you and your teams build healthy high performance in the middle of what can feel complex and even sometimes unnavigable situations. For a long time, my name has been associated with the word resilience, and I've found as a result, I've often been pigeonholed into something that I don't really stand for. Gritting teeth, buckling down, being tough, ticking the box of ensuring the workforce are sorted, able to handle the tsunami of work coming at the organisation. These are all things we do not recognise as useful in the resilience dynamic. Even well-being, a critical part of resilience, doesn't capture it all. So I thought I would share what we are actually all about. Resilience is adaptability. If we replace the names of our foremost research models with adaptability instead of resilience, maybe it will shed a clearer light. Resilience dynamic, adaptability dynamic. Doesn't it make complete sense to you that your adaptability is dynamic? It depends on both external factors and how you see these versus internal factors of how you're able to respond. Knowing how the external and internal factors play out for you and your team is what we are all about. It's about nurturing your adaptability. Our second model is the resilience engine. Switching resilience out for adaptability, you have adaptability engine, of which there are three components. The reason why you would adapt in the first place, the motivator behind it, the meaning, the purpose. We call it the external goal focus in our original model. Then there is your adaptive capacity, your time and energy available to see, understand and optimize how you need to adapt. This in turn is dependent upon three ways of operating, described by our 3 Ps: perspective, pacing and pro-plenishing. Perspective, switching from reactive to proactive, being able to see down the line, smooth out the bumps before they arise. Pacing, a strategic capability for any leader to literally pace workload against capacity, including learning. And pro-plenishing, not just replenishing, a proactive strategic investment into your energy and well-being. Lastly, in the adaptability engine, there's your inner resources. The core inner resources around your sense of self, your attitudes, and your own psychological safety, giving you the freedom to learn and adapt. Together, our research underpins the implications of different levels of adaptive capacity and how to build it. The origins of the resilience dynamic are from the time I became a new mum. Parenthood is one of the most demanding times in terms of adaptability. You have to learn so fast. What was interesting for me was that even when I felt vulnerable and indeed really floundering in terms of knowing what to do, by learning and adapting, my confidence increased. Up until then, I had built my sense of self-worth, my confidence, on the basis of what I knew, which in turn meant I suffered from imposter syndrome in contexts where I really didn't know enough. Parenthood altered everything. I started to build and extend my confidence on the basis of how well and quickly I could adapt. And that in turn led me to build out from the platform of the underlying drivers for my adaptability. It's so very different. I knew nothing really about how to parent well, other than, of course, how I myself was brought up. But I did know I had immense meaning in terms of motivating me to learn how to become a good mum. I also had inner resources in terms of my sense of myself, my openness to learning, how to ask for help, and in terms of adaptive capacity, I was pretty good at gaining perspective and pro-plenishing. The rest of my adaptability engine then needed to be honed. Understanding and researching this core capability has now allowed me to enable others to learn it. With our 2 core research models, renaming them as the Adaptability Dynamic, Adaptability Engine, we equip leaders in switching away from imposter syndrome to fostering their own capability to adapt. We train coaches and internal OD practitioners to bring this capability into their own organisations, and we use team data to assist teams in figuring out their own team adaptability drivers. We have named this capability resilience all the way along, and we know that others have hijacked that word, often to mean something negative. So when you see the word now, resilience, think instead adaptability. The resilience dynamic does not enter into deficit-driven work, but works with leaders and teams to build adaptability in a healthy way. For real. Adaptability and being at ease is a good job, and one that I am very proud to have discovered alongside my fellow researchers. If you're interested in extending your own and your team's adaptability, do get in touch.